This is Tommy Watt for TCT Boxing and IFL TV. Once again, I'm joined by George Ferocious Kambosos, who is facing off with Cry Sethapon this Friday in Melbourne. First of all, how you doing, mate?
I'm ready to fight. You know me. I love fighting. Of course, I could fight every month, but it's not like that. But we're back Friday night in Melbourne. Huge fan base over there, so excited to fight in Melbourne.
Yeah, first off, let's look at the card that you're fighting on. You've got Blake Caparello, Jake Carr and Joel Brunker all featuring on the show. So big card put together by Brian Armatruda and obviously yourself heading that up. So how do you feel, with the card being that stacked, and does that bring more fans to the sport?
Yeah, definitely. You got some great fighters there, and obviously myself there. So obviously the place is sold out now. It wasn't sold out 3 weeks ago. We announced it 3 weeks ago, so that shows a lot too. We've got a huge fan base in Melbourne. It's unbelievable. I know Brian and all the guys down there are very excited for me to be down there, and the fan base over there is extraordinary. And can't wait to put on a show for all the fans.
Obviously had a good time out last time you were down in Melbourne as well. So a happy hunting ground so far for yourself. So look, how's the camp gone? I know you've been working with Gary Sinclair more for this camp than you have previously. Has there been any real changes to the way you've gone about your training?
Look, I train always hard. One thing I do is train like a man possessed. I'm coming off the Pacquiao sparring, straight off after the Barla fight, and then before that from Beltran and Ramirez sparring in the US, and before that Ogilvy and sparring Lipinets and Klimov. So it's back to non-stop hard work, and obviously adding this to my game now. Gary Sinclair is a two-time world champion, showing me little things that I add to my game. I'm a big believer of evolving. I spent so much time with Manny in the Philippines and Freddie and Justin. A lot of things I learned over there as well, add to my game. My strength conditioning coach put a lot of solid work in. I've got a performance coach now as well, so there's a lot of work there as well. So we're ready to fight. Everything's been done, and you will see a whole new dynamic Ferocious going to another, not one level, but 10 levels above.
So you mentioned there the strength and conditioning's gone very well, and we were talking while you were training earlier about the weight and feeling very confident at the weight you could even drop to super feather if you wanted to. Is that something you're seriously considering?
Look, you can see me, I'm wearing a singlet 2 days out from weight. I'm a lightweight. I've campaigned my whole career lightweight, but in saying that, if there is a big world title fight at super featherweight or at light welterweight or welterweight, I've got the body to come up or go down. So no problem, I'll fight anyone, anytime, any place, as long as it's worth my while. If it's not worth my while, then one thing can change. My mind is green, so I can get that money and I can put an ass whipping on people too.
Alright, so you're currently ranked number 7 with the WBA at lightweight. This fight's for the WBA Oceania and the IBF Pan Pacific. So is the idea to get you ranked across numerous belts and bring you ranking up in general?
Well, look, number 7 WBA, I will be top 15 IBF after this fight. I'm in the WBC ratings, top 40 WBC. I will be in the WBA ratings very soon. That's across the board everywhere, and we want to keep moving. Picking. We want to fight water-rated guys. We want to test ourselves against the best guys. Obviously, this fight, we've been negotiating with some heavy American promoters. Things take a long time, so what better to have a fight than fight in Melbourne. They've been begging for me to come down. Fight a guy that's got a good, healthy record. His 2 losses come to water-rated guys.
Yep.
His last fight was against the guy from Japan, Nakatani. That's another guy on our radar too. A guy that we like to fight as well. He's got that OPBF belt, whatever it's called. So another belt that we would like to take as well. So
perfect.
We're ready to fight anybody, anytime.
Oh, and so you mentioned all the different boards, and the lightweight division is piping hot right now with talent. Obviously, Paul Galinares and Mikey Garcia probably sit atop that list, and it looks like they're probably going to fight each other. Of the champions, most people would probably single out Terry Flanagan as I guess, if you can call it a world champion, the weakest of those options. How do you see the rest of the makeup in the division and those champions? Would you say Flanagan would be the easiest for you? Or?
Look, he's a world champion. They're all world champions, so you must respect that and give him credit for being world champion and holding onto that belt. They have held that belt for a while. All of them. I see all of them. I see weaknesses in all of them. I possess a lot of different things in my game. What I've done in sparring with Manny, an all-time great. What I've been sparring with Beltran and Ramirez. People haven't seen there's so much more for Ferocious to bring to that ring, and I want to showcase myself on Friday night, and then against a higher rated fight. You know, we are in talks obviously with the number 2 in the world as well, Evans P and the WBA. So there's a lot of options on the table for us. We've got so many options that, you know, I can pick whatever I want.
Yeah, so the division is so deep with names, and you know, or even away from the champions. You know, you got guys over in the UK. You just had Crolla and Ricky Burns. I know me and you have spoken about Ant Crolla a few times before. Did you watch that fight?
I watched the fight, close fight. Obviously, Crolla got away with the win, and I love that fight. I've already said it before. I'll go to the UK. I'll fight him in his backyard, and I'm the young Aussie guy. You know, let's get it on. England, Australia, we have that rivalry. You're a former world champ. I'm a future world champ. If you want to get it on, Eddie Hearn looks after you. You know my guys, Eddie's already knows who we are, and you know, we can get that fight happening, no problem.
How did you see that fight panning out? Do you think Crolla had nicked it? 'Cause it was very close. A few people went it different ways.
It was a close fight. I think Crolla just nicked it. I think they're both past their prime, to be honest. It's time for the new up-and-coming guys like myself. But credit to him, he's a world champ. They're both world champions, and you respect that. You know, you don't take that away from him, but the new breed's coming through, and they know.
And in terms of new boys, I know he is a way above, but he has talked about coming down. Josh Taylor is another up-and-comer in the UK. You know, similar sort of amount of fights as yourself, and looking very promising. Is that a fight that you'd be interested in down the line?
No problem. Like I said, them fights, I love them fights. I love the big fights. I thrive on big fights. You know, and obviously if it's the right time and the right money and you know the right fight and exposure, then we'll fight. Let's go.
And yeah, so when we talk about these fighters in America and in the UK, and you know, in Australia, you're probably at the limit in terms of what you can do commercially, unless you bring a big name here. Do you think that you'll have to align yourself with either a US promoter or a UK promoter and stick to that? So maybe look at fighting American fighters and getting your name out in America, or focusing on the UK, or do you think you'll be able to split it between the two?
Look, we're already in heavy negotiations with a lot of different promoters across the board, from here to America to England. Got a really good agent in the US, Peter Khan, my dad, my manager, Kambosos. They're working on a lot of different things for me. You know, they know what's right for my future. They know what works for me, and you know, whatever step they take, I trust in their obviously their direction, and we'll go from there. We'll beat anyone that comes across us.
Yeah, and
I want to fight anywhere. I'll fight anywhere in the world. I don't mind.
And has there been any more talk? I know there was during the Horn Pacquiao fight week of Pacquiao being impressed with yourself and wanting to promote you moving forward. Has that gone any further so far?
Pacquiao's very busy at the moment. Obviously coming off a loss now. He's supposed to have the rematch. The rematch doesn't happen. Yep. He's a very busy man. I've seen that firsthand. Just let him do his thing. We're still negotiating with other guys. You know, maybe one of his rivals, Mayweather Promotions, as well, is in the mix. We'll see what happens. You know? He might come out of the blue and it's there, but we'll see what happens. You know? At the moment, October 13th, Friday night, that's my full focus. Nothing more.
Yeah, yeah. And are you pretty confident that we'll see the rematch between Horn and Pacquiao?
I think so. I think it's a fight that many will want, and obviously a fight that Jeff wants to prove that, you know what, it wasn't a fluke or it wasn't a bad decision. You know, I'm sure they're both going to want to have it, and like I said, you know, you most likely see me on the undercard as well.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great.
Yeah. There's obviously some names out there at lightweight or super featherweight or you know, wherever. You know, so we'll see what happens. Duco's got some grand plans. I know that they've discussed some big things too with obviously yourself when you fight. But if that fight's there, we can have that fight.
Yeah. There's been some grand plans there. Absolutely.
I love that fight. And I want to test myself against the best fighters in the world. And this guy is the best fighter in the world.
Absolutely. So yeah, just so anyone who hasn't seen that video, Dean Lonergan of Duco was potentially mentioned yourself against the likes of Lomachenko in the future. Now he is tied up with the small matter of Rigondeaux. Probably the best fight for a boxing fan for years. I mean, Canelo GGG was there, but this is probably taking it to another level.
Stylistic fight, unbelievable. Great fight. I'll be watching, and I'll be watching with a lot of interest because these guys are all around my way. You got guys like Duco and guys around the world that are promoting such big fights. But obviously Duco and Brian Armatruda and all these guys, they've got grand plans. So we're working with Brian at the moment, and we look forward to Friday, October 13th. 13th and put on a good show there. That's the most important thing right now.
That's it. Big things happening. And look, I know you're so you've been training all day. It's getting pretty late and it's got dark outside since we started talking. So I'll let you get off. Thanks a lot for your time, mate. Good luck on Friday night, and we'll catch up with you when you get back. We'll do an episode of the podcast and catch up with you then.
We'll do some fun things together. You know, always be with viewers and people want to hear me talk. Love me or hate me. They're still going to watch. Big thank you to obviously my team, Brian Armatruda as well for this show down in Melbourne, and all the fans down there, especially the Gregs too. They've been fanatic down there, and can't wait to put on a big show for these guys. And my sponsors as well, my supporters and sponsors. Thank you for your support.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot for your time, George. Best of luck on Friday. We'll speak to you very soon, mate.